Hey Zach, what's up? Just give me a sec here. I'm just making sure this thing fired up properly. Alright, it appears we're live here. It's Tuesday, September 15th. The time is a couple of minutes before 6:30 p.m. and the temperature, is 18 degrees Celsius right now. What's up, bad boy? Ethan, what's up? Abduli, what's up? If I can ask a favor of you guys, if you can hear the wind noise rippling through, let me know and I'll plug in my external microphone. I think the footage is a bit smoother when I don't plug in the microphone because it kind of throws the gimbal off balance a bit. Greetings from White Rock. Hola, Clara. Ahmed Razi. Mike Landry, welcome to the stream, Mike. We'll just get a few more people connected here and I'll head on down to Gerrard Street. And the plan on this one is just to head east along Gerrard through downtown and then I'll cross over to the other side. I just noticed whenever I have the microphone plugged in, there seems to be a slight wobble to the picture, and I'm thinking it's throwing off the balance just a little bit. Thanks, Mike. Good evening, Haunting Live. Susan, the Barbados. Thanks, Randy. Greetings, Pablotus, VC, Cami. Some weird kind of park activity going on there. Maybe it's Falun Gong. Thanks, Nivea. Greetings, Zach. Carolina in the Wild West, all the way in Alberta. Hopefully you're not freezing your buns off yet out there. I just recorded the video for tomorrow morning. Oh, greetings in the Canary Islands. BSP Scarborough represent. That's a look towards Bay Street. Where are you headed today? I am headed down to Gerrard Street. And I just got a notification from Korea Walking TV. Greetings, Tara, Jim, and Mincat99. All right, we got 50 viewers. I think that's 60. I think that's enough to start moving here. I didn't do anything all day, so I just came out about an hour and a half ago and I recorded a walk for tomorrow. Abduli, I'm heading along Gerrard Street in this walk. Greetings, Josh. Here's the look west down Gerrard. Claudette, we wear masks here too, but they are required indoors, not outdoors. Yeah, it's a very hazy sky, I'd say. It's not blue at all. There's some police at the Chelsea Hotel. Maybe the police are popping in here for a few beers. Greetings, Tom, in Liverpool. So this is Yonge and Gerreard. Don't you deal with gray skies quite a bit in Vancouver? Jen, yeah, Gerrard has changed quite a bit lately. Thanks, Ethan. As soon as this light changes, I'll be heading to the other side of the street. Good evening, Lucas. And to you too, Vera. And now we're on Gerrard Street East. So things are actually going to be quite a bit less lively from here on, but hopefully still interesting. I'm trying to avoid showing the same places over and over again on these live streams, and I'm just going to keep walking east. If I end up wandering around, so be it. And again, since there's more people tuned in now, if you do hear like a wind noise, let me know and I'll plug in my external mic. Good day in Australia. Oh, sorry to hear about those fires. I've heard they're much lower on the Canadian west coast this year than the US is experiencing. Hello, Jeanette. Hope you're having a good day. Show me a peek of inside of a shop. What kind of shop? Lucas, one of the marijuana shops? Maybe we'll go take a... this isn't good. Yeah, the wind's really starting to pick up right now. I was hoping to jaywalk and get a peek into the Ryerson University campus. I just need to catch a break in traffic here. Greetings, Giuseppe, Darius. Good to know, Ethan. So if you're ever curious about Ryerson University, here's a peek at the main campus. Claudia, greetings. Tech Explorers, what's up? Any kind of shop. Yeah, it's cooled down quite a bit. I'd say about an hour ago it was t-shirt weather and we've sprung into sweater weather. 60s style designs. I'm not sure I want to walk behind this guy. Can you go to the Imperial Pub? I just walked by the Imperial Pub earlier. Good evening, Peter. Greetings, Michael. Lucas, I have recorded walks through the Eaton Center before, and I'll be doing Yorkdale Mall and Scarborough Town Center and Square One coming up. But I don't feel too comfortable walking into private property with this particular setup. Ooh, that guy just opened his door right into the curb. I don't know if you guys heard that. That's gotta suck. It probably left a scratch on his car. And we are approaching Gerrard and Church. BC. Yeah, the brutalist stuff has its place, but the problem is it often replaced much nicer looking buildings. They tore down a lot of the older Art Deco and Victorian style buildings to put up concrete boxes, I guess. Have you done Toronto Island yet? Not yet, Tom. I did Tommy Thompson for the second time on the weekend, and for the second time I got an unusable video. Jim H, thank you for the super chat, Jim H. That $5 will go towards a new pair of sunglasses. The video I filmed yesterday, you can actually see at the very start of the video, I left my sunglasses on the bench. And then I rode off without them. So it was pretty stupid of me, and I didn't realize till about halfway through the ride. And sure enough, as soon as I got home, I checked the footage, and there they were. Is Church Street considered a bad area? I don't think so at all, Nick. Perhaps this intersection is not considered the greatest, but I really don't see the problem. Greetings, Emmy. Jim. I was hoping I'd go to Thailand again soon and get those fake polarized Ray-Bans I like. When you're over there, you get your choice of really low quality fakes or super impressive fakes and everything in between. I tend to go for the more expensive fakes just because they are really well done. It still sucks to lose them. No, they were fake Ray-Bans, or Ray-Bans, Alan. I still have the case though. And we're about to go by everyone's favorite hooker Harvey's. I just said hooker. Harvey's pretty soon. Let me fix the audio on that. Hopefully this SUV doesn't kill me. You ever been to Korea, Lucas? I have lived in Korea before. Dolce & Gabbana. Here's the famous Harvey's. Have you been to Ontario Place? Many times, Teresa. Rod, that's awesome. What do I think about Ottawa? I think Ottawa's great. And this building really ought to be a heritage structure. How old is that church? A lot of these churches are late 1800s. That's okay, Mike. Next vacation, I'll buy some new fake ones. I ordered a pair off AliExpress today, so at some point in between 3 weeks and 10 years, they'll show up. If you've ever ordered off of AliExpress, you know what I'm talking about. Usually by the time you get your stuff from them, you have completely forgotten that you even ordered it. Someone asked me how old this church is. Well, you could probably Google that. I don't see a plaque anywhere. There's the Econo Lodge where someone said they stayed. Greetings, Richard, in London. I have done Kensington Market on Sundays. They haven't been doing the pedestrian Sundays this year, though. So there's really no difference between a Saturday and a Sunday. Thanks, Susan. I still find it's utterly unreliable when you order from them. I actually paid an extra $5 for the express shipping today from Ali. Thanks, Jim. So I was right. Usually when you see old buildings, especially around South Cabbagetown, 1870s is a pretty good guess. I bet these houses over here are somewhere around 1870s. Yonge, this is downtown. Downtown will extend all the way over to the Don River, which I'll eventually get to. There are mosques. The nearest mosque, to my knowledge, is up on the Danforth. Tom, I like Spadina. I'd also like to say that Dundas ought to be renamed Dundas. I think we need to rethink some of our street names. This is the Allen Gardens. I think it's closed right now, as someone pointed out. Oh, we got an orange helicopter sighting. It's probably on its way to a hospital. Uganda Cooksville. Is that not Streetsville? Oh, greetings in Vegas. I hope the air quality clears up. At least you guys finally got your football team over there. Aboriginal Employment and Training. And this next street is Sherburne. So as you can tell, this area hasn't quite gentrified. Have you met famous Canadians on your walks? Lucas, the last live stream I did, we saw the guy from Dragon's Den. I didn't meet him. I couldn't tell you, Brandon. Yeah, there's a lot of beautiful old Victorian homes here. This is considered South Cabbagetown, actually. No, that was not a gunshot. It's 6:48 p.m. And at this beer store coming up, there's always a very long line of people who've scrounged a bunch of empties looking to exchange them for some pennies. None taken, Brandon. I think drag queen is a socially acceptable term, right? That's how they would refer to themselves. And I've seen shows advertised as drag queen shows. That Cabbagetown goodness.
Is that OM3?
Yep.
Have you tried OM4?
I don't like it.
Do you see?
It's like an extra $60, but what's the difference? The clamp?
No, it's supposedly the normal stuff.
Oh, well, I just live stream, right? So for me, this is fine.
Just got it?
No, I've had this for a month now.
Do you use it?
I'm live streaming right now. There's 200 people watching.
No, but do you use it often? I'm not sure if it's worth paying for it.
This one is 109. The new one's 179. Not really worth it. I would wait.
They dropped it in price,
The new one? Oh, this one. Yeah, 109 right now. Are you going to St. Jamestown? I am just going due east. We're eventually going to go, I think, to Gerrard Square and maybe even to the Little India Bazaar. It is Susan. I've got my sleeves kind of partly rolled up. Digital Grotto, it is. Although this would be considered the south of Cabbagetown right here. Go Leafs go. A little late on that, Aaron. What's your favorite Indian food in Toronto? That's a good question. Probably couldn't tell you. Oh, there's another orange helicopter. And we are at Ontario Street. Glance up Cabbagetown. Yo, and there's a lot of mixed opinions on that. Greetings, Mark. But we'll be seeing a pretty good cross section of the city on this walk. Oh, I would absolutely love to live here. Anxious Holly, some people say it is, but I personally would disagree. Oh yeah, we're in Ken's building. Ken, I thought you were still at Aren't We Naughty up in North York. It's good to know you eventually made it home. Ken, would you walk around here at night? People are saying they wouldn't. I'm saying I don't see the problem. Just to the north here is Carlton Street. The neighborhood needs some hipsters. Do we really need hipsters? Do we need those $5 macaroons? Mike Landry, thank you. You know what? I'm thinking A&W for dinner. I haven't had it in a while. And by that I mean a few days. Thanks again, Mike, for the super chat. And again, thanks to everyone who has subscribed. I hit 16,000 subscribers the other day. Take a night walk at Trinity Bellwoods. Trinity Bellwoods right now is like a homeless camp. I always thought these houses were really neat. This one here is Wonder Pens Studio Shop. So if anyone has some kind of pen need, I guess. $16.1. Thanks, Jim. Thanks for clarifying, Ken. And we just hit 10,000. Most of these homes are late 1800s. Greetings, Murdoch. Where are we? We are now briefly traveling south on Parliament Street. This is around the area where I once heard Ken yelling at me while I was filming a video. I didn't realize it until later that it was him. Any casino in the area? I don't know. Subversions. Hey, use your turn signal. Black Toyota SUV. Is this guy here turning? There's the 506 Carlton bus. The streetcar isn't running right now.
Can I get a large
Avril Lavigne did live here. The driver is nervous. What a douchebag. Take his number. No, you can take his plate, but the police aren't going to do anything. They don't even enforce real traffic violations. What are they going to do about someone not signaling their lane change? Greetings, Claudia. And there's a pretty neat view of the skyline from here if I just turn around. How are the motorists in Toronto? Dwayne, I would say they have regressed. quite a bit in recent years. Oh, greetings in St. Kitts. Someone can see the CN Tower needle. Oh, you get a better view of the skyline from here. Do you notice the smoke? No, we don't. Although, maybe that's why the sky's so hazy. I believe this is what's left of the Regent Park housing development. I might be mistaken, but this all used to be affordable public housing to the south of here, and then the city blew it all up and started over again. And I think this stretch of buildings here on the north might be all that's left of it. Maybe Ken can clarify that. He's the local expert. Just to the south of here is Regent Park, which used to be Cabbagetown. So there was a lot of these older Victorian homes, which they demolished to make way for these beautiful brownstones, if you could call them that. And from Regent Park to one of the nicest streets in the city of Toronto, Sackville. Anxious, they do. There's homes in the Canary District, which are partially public housing. Also down at Regent Park there, a lot of those have been redeveloped into that. But it's worth noting that most of the city's modern public housing attempts are actually mixed income neighborhoods. So it's not purely public housing. Thank you, Aaron. I try my best, but I always get corrected in the comments, or in this case in the stream. Gerrard Street gets a little boring for the next 5 minutes or so, but then it picks up again. It becomes quite interesting once I get to the other side of the river. What is the homeless situation like? It is unfortunately increasing, Anxious. I think the city's playing whack-a-mole with all the tent areas popping up in the parks, but all that's doing is leading to a musical chair situation. So from some of the lowest cost housing in the city right across the street to some of the most expensive housing. Do you prefer living in Toronto or Korea? Well, if it were Seoul, that's actually where I lived before. I think I might prefer to here. But I lived right at Gangnam Station in Seoul. That was kind of like living in Times Square. It was super convenient. There's a look into Regent Park. And just south of that, there is an aquatic center. Marcus. Thank you, Marcus. You just paid for a new pair of sunglasses, similar to the ones I just lost. Do I like K-pop? No, I don't, Marcus. Looks like we have a public library right here. Do you have relatives in Europe? Yes, I do, Dwayne. who I have never visited. They've came here a few times. There's some good neighborhood information from Miss Carlson. The last few streams, I tried trimming them, and then what happened, because I cut part of the beginning and the end out, they now won't play with the live stream, with the live chat replay, so I've learned my lesson. Library looking a little shabby. Cheshire, England. That's neat, Holly. I've got relatives in England and Scotland. I'm just about to hit the bridge that crosses over the Don Valley Parkway. And then we will be home. What is this? Some kind of Sri Maha Ganapathy temple. You're walking up Gerrard side, that street. Oh, of course I've heard of Manchester. Have you been in Texas? No, I haven't. I think that's the idea, Miss Carlson. Chetna. Your roots go to Czechoslovakia? Oh. Buffing? Do you mean buffering? Okay, now we are going to cross the valley here. And this will spit me out in Chinatown. I think there's a fair bit of people from Canada, Sammy. I know from my YouTube analytics, the majority of viewers on this channel are from Canada. What's your favorite roller coaster experience? It was probably my first time on Top Thrill Dragster. The car right in front of me did a rollback, which was neat because I got to see that. And I rode it from the front row, so I would say that was easily the coolest roller coaster experience. Get some noodles for me in Chinatown. Oh, did. Action Kid says, wouldn't be a Johnny Strides video without a turning vehicle almost. Well, Action Kid, it wouldn't be a Toronto video without that. I think you should send some of those New York City drivers down here to show the people here how to do it. I don't think we're getting hazy smoke. All right, so I have officially left downtown Toronto. No, thank you. That was awkward. I went left. I don't normally go left, but there was a jogger. There's a look south towards the lake. Tom, of course it is. Why would my last name be Strides? That's Bayview Avenue. Anxious, that's neat. Ariana, it's been cooling down quite a bit. Here's the Don River. If you look closely, you'll see the Kent Continuum struggling to swim. Every evening he goes from a swim from the top to the bottom of the Don River. There was pinball. I used to own that game. I had a Genesis and a Super Nintendo growing up. I was quite the spoiled brat. Next street on the right, Blackburn. Next is Monroe. Oh, maybe we'll take a peek down Monroe. Someone was asking me earlier to go by some haunted places in Toronto. And just up here on the left is the old Don Jail where they used to perform. Hey, get off the sidewalk. Come on, what are you doing? It's good, Denise. They used to perform executions in that building right there. It's now part of the Bridgepoint Healthcare Center, which used to be the Riverdale Hospital. Do you like horse racing? I don't know if I like it. Pole position. I used to have that at home. We even had a steering wheel and pedal to go with it. And the name of this park is eluding me. Let's see. It's not written there. Executions. They say the Don Jail is haunted. They do. They also say Casa Loma is haunted. I was just going through a list of haunted properties in the city of Toronto earlier today. They say the Keg Mansion is haunted. Yep, back when we did executions, that's where they were. If Action Kid was locked up in the Don Jail, would you go visit him? No, I wouldn't. Because that means he's a criminal. Yep, Old City Hall was on the list. Hubbard Park, yes, this was named after the first black mayor of the city of Toronto. And it was actually, I think, over 100 years ago. I think they maybe could have given him a bigger park. But hey, kudos to him. He was actually a very accomplished politician from what I've read. And there are the East Chinatown gates. So this Chinatown was founded in the early 70s. Back when the original Chinatown was expropriated and moved west towards Dundas and Spadina. Someone who was forced to vacate their original premises came here and opened up a butcher shop. And that sort of planted the seeds for the Eastern Chinatown. So this is one of two Chinatowns in the city of Toronto proper. There's also a number of China centers out in Markham and Mississauga, Richmond Hill, and Scarborough. Or would you do a haunted walk? Maybe I'll do a haunted live stream, sure. Well, if ghosts are real, for sure, Mount Pleasant would be probably the #1 suspect. Brandon, that's the idea. I think I was originally going to walk to Coxwell through Little India. And we'll go by the Lahore Tikka House. Whenever anyone asks me if I know any Indian food, I always mention that place. Charlie's Meats, Wayne, that is the original East Chinatown haunt. Anxious Holly, it depends on who you ask, I guess. Some people say it is, many people say it isn't. Sam, it is, but it's the only place I know other than Aroma. There's AAA. They don't look like they're open. That's unfortunate. And in case you're wondering, yes, East Chinatown is always dead like this. What's your opinion on Trudeau? Ali, I try to keep politics out of it, but I have mixed feelings on Trudeau. Some yay, some nay. But that's true of most politicians. What's your favorite Chinese food? I'm such a sucker for what they call gulo yok, sweet and sour pork and pineapple. I'm usually eating it while I'm a little bit over the limit though. Please no politics. Are you guys telling me the rules? I agree. This place is one of the highest rated places in East Chinatown. And for those saying no politics, I will be doing a US election night stream where we will not be talking about the US election. So for those that want to plug their ears and get away from that, we will do that, and I'll have the moderators, any mention of Trump or Biden or anything like that, those people will be kicked from the chat for that night. How long have you lived in Toronto? Pretty much my whole life. Thanks, Marcus. Gulo yok, is that it? And is that Cantonese or Mandarin? I don't even know. Your Canto isn't bad. Thanks, Susan. What Cantonese do I know? I know Lang Zai is what? A handsome guy. Lang Loi is a pretty girl. Maybe that's all I know. Guilo is like a ghost person. I can see Eastdale. I'll let you guys talk out those questions on what city is the best to live in. I've only ever lived in 2 major cities in my life, Toronto and Seoul. Which neighborhood did you grow up? I actually grew up in Port Credit and Lauren Park in Mississauga. I moved to downtown after university. Robert, I have been to Tokyo 9 times now. I just counted the other day. Although some of that is cheating because I would often go whenever I had a 4-day vacation from Korea. Have I been to Europe? Sadly, that is the one area I haven't been. Anxious Holly, East Chinatown, yes. The other Chinatown I went through on my last live stream and it was quite dead, but it's incredibly busier than this. And here's my favorite restaurant in East Chinatown. Maybe I can cross the street and get a closer look. Well, anyways, there it is, Bak Yen. It's a Vietnamese pho restaurant, and I think this is a French restaurant, Bata Follet. Bak Yen is excellent, guys. Don't know Babik? Anxious, I think we'll have to see how everything settles after COVID, but I think the economy or the job market's fairly healthy. Even right now, I know a number of people that have changed positions. So companies are hiring and onboarding. It's probably bad if you're in the service industry, but most people in finance and insurance and that type of thing aren't having too many issues. Way off in the distance is Aura. That's where I started, that really tall residential condo. $716 Gerrard. So, well, that would be, I would have passed it. Have you tasted pho? I've tasted pho in Vietnam. Pinball, that's true, but it's very different from the main Chinatown here. Yeah, we've been walking for 53 minutes. Hopefully, I should have the battery to keep going as long as I don't hit any coverage dead zones. I think we'll just keep walking straight to Little India. And at Coxwell, I'll wrap it up. Yeah, this is the end of East Chinatown here. I think at this next street, actually. Anxious Holly, Toronto does have a lot of skyscrapers. We have more under construction than any other city in North America, and it's been like that for 10 years or so. How many countries have I been to? I think over 25. The bridge over the railway has a great view of downtown. Denise, is there a way to get up on that bridge from here? There's a quality cannabis store moving in. What's your favorite Persian restaurant? I don't know, Babik. Definitely not the Paramount, if that counts. Alright, so now we've got another dead spot or so, and then when I get to the other side of this bridge will be Gerrard Square. Do you like the food in the East Chinatown better? Action Kid, I only go to 2 places in East Chinatown. I would say Bak Yen, though, is some of the best pho in the city. The best pho would be at a place called the Painted Turtle in Ossington, but easily, if you're looking to eat, go to the main Chinatown. Paramount doesn't count. Jeanette, thank you, $15. And those are American dollars you sent, Jeanette. That's like 1,000 Canadian. If I don't make it to Little India for whatever reason, we will cover it on a future walk. Go through the No Frills parking lot, and you can go on the bridge if you want to. Oh, No Frills looks a bit far away. Do I really want to go? We'll take a look. You're rich, Johnny. On Carla to your left. What's up, happy chicks? Yeah, that looks a bit out of the way to get up on that bridge. I'll let this truck do whatever it's trying to do. Marcus, pho? I know it's pho, but I prefer pho. The pedestrian bridge. Alright, let's see if I can find this bridge. Apparently there's a... Tonight is cold enough for pork bone soup. Oh, Cabbagetown, Susan. Excellent choice. Keep walking on Gerrard and look left after the LCBO Plaza. Thanks, Tom. Let's go through the mall. Once I go past the LCBO Plaza. Got it. Go straight to Pape and turn left. The problem is you guys are on a delay. So if I F this up, it'll be too late. I did not know about this vantage point. So this will give me something to cover in a future video. I was planning on doing a Little India walk at some point. Okay, I think I see some stairs on the left up here. Cut only $13. I think I need to go in there and get a haircut, guys. The place looks surprisingly decent too. Maybe I'll go in there. Sorry if I missed some of your messages, guys. Is this the bridge we're going up? Have you been to Gerrard Square before? I've walked by it. I've never been into it. I'm assuming this is the bridge you guys were talking about. All right, let's go. Rock these steps. Why so dead on the streets? I think this area is always kind of on the quiet side. Also, there's this raging pandemic. It is 7:28 right now, Brandon. I think it's about 30 seconds the delay. It's not so bad. You guys just gave me an idea for one of my shorter hidden style videos. I could do Gerrard Square and come up here. It's kind of a neat view. Let's see if it looks better from at the very top. Oh, you got a GO train passing by. You walking up towards the bridge? I believe you're a bit delayed. Unfortunately, the view is through a fence, but it is certainly a spectacular view. It won't focus. Greetings, Estelle. Is this the great view that I was coming up here to get? Yeah, I don't know how to do that. Princess, I believe I just did. Let's see if there's a clear shot on the other side of the bridge. Oh, there's the money shot. It looks like we're missing the bottom third of most of the skyscrapers from this view, but I did not know about this. So thanks for tipping me off, guys. Maybe I'll try the selfie look one more time. See if we can get a new video. There's my pathetic attempt at a selfie. Alright, we gotta start heading over to Little India, which I think looks quite neat at night, actually. Don't park her. You do, Jeanette? Where? Certainly not the one at the front of the camera lens on that. Thanks, guys, for tipping me off about this pedestrian bridge. Even thanks to Ken Continuum, who tried to intentionally lead me in the wrong direction, as he always does. You won't foil this walker, Ken. We are heading back to Gerrard, indeed. Who is Johnny Deep? Just check the battery situation. Thanks, Vera. All right, let's cut through the Gerrard Square parking lot. I don't want to have security chasing me, telling me to turn off my camera. I'm assuming I can cut through the parking lot. Genus, this stream is about the history of the universe. So we are at the fabulous Gerrard Square.
And they're all web-based applications. So it's not like it opens up a separate program.
Estelle, can you drop those into a comment on the video so I don't forget?
And it loads up that Python code.
There's the entrance to the mall, if you can call it that. Take a look past inside. Nah, I'm gonna pass on that. We got Little India to get to. Good evening, Constance. I'm just gonna... Uh-oh, guys. I've already got the super chats for tonight. Or enough to go there. You've never been to a mall, Lucas. I still haven't seen one of these e-bike shares. Oh, look at this, a huge outdoor patio set up. Two-for-one pizza. Two Cats Cannabis. That doesn't look like an official two-for-one pizza location. I might be wrong on that. That sucks, Troy. Two-for-one garbage. And cold noodles. Bong mi tit Vietnamese. I think we found where all the hipsters would be in this neighborhood.
I used to always.
Mike Landry. I think Mike Landry's day job is at the Royal Canadian Mint. Thanks, Mike. I will. Maybe I'll go to Great Burger. Again, thank you, Mike Landry. Taberna Mexicana, that place looks excellent. World, that's a refrain from political chat, please. Is City Hall nearby? No, it's not Yonge. Not quite. I don't know, Mike. The evidence seems to indicate otherwise. So this is Jones Avenue. So I think Gerrard Street gets a bit dead up until we get to Little India. Phone, yeah, we will not talk about that. There's plenty of places you can go talk politics. And one of the reasons why I don't like that is people are here to explore the city, not butt heads, because people always end up feeling anxious or angry or disagreeing. If we're going to do that, we could do that over a movie or an ugly building. Tom Stir, I'm just using a phone on a gimbal. Are you heading east? Yes, we are. We are heading towards the Gerrard India Bazaar, where this year there was no festival. I think it's called the South Asian Festival. Ronnie, the main intersection, well, it starts on one end at Coxwell and Gerrard. That's on the far east. I'm not sure where exactly it starts on the west side, but I'll let you know when we get there. Do I need to pay Streamlabs? Oh, if you don't want to use the Streamlabs PayPal link, I don't know. You can use the PayPal link on the channel art. If you go to my main channel, there'll be a link to PayPal at the top. You could use that one. There's no Streamlabs login required. It is, Ronnie. This is my second time walking east today. I did a walk downtown heading east earlier before this for tomorrow morning's video. I think Little India will be at the next major street I come past. Is it Woodbine or Greenwood? One of those streets. Are you going to take a bus? No, I'm going to walk north up Coxwell to the subway station. Thanks, Tom. Sorry if it's buffering, guys. There's not much I can do about that. There's a lot of construction over the 506 route right now. So instead of the streetcars, they're running a bus. And it'll be that way until the end of the year. It seems like the chat has stopped. Hopefully. Oh, someone just sent me Thomas, $10 Canadian on PayPal. Thank you, Thomas. Is that Albavas? I just got the notification on my watch. I won't show the actual notification because it has your email address in it. But thank you, much appreciated. Minecraft pixelated. Sorry guys. I guess we're in a coverage black hole. I do remember the last time I did a stream that was out this way along the beaches on Coxwell. You might remember that. My connection crapped out. And I know Freedom Mobile doesn't work very well in this part of town. So maybe Telus is struggling too. It should pick up past the next intersection. It's more of a developed area. Solabi, how do you send your appreciation? You can just say thanks in the chat. If it's financial, you could super chat or send a PayPal or join Patreon. Some people have done all three of those. I won't call you out by name, but thank you. What's the coldest it's got? Yeah, I've experienced it below -10 before. Mike, thank you for the super chats, Mike. I think you sent 2. Have a good night. Sorry that you didn't quite make it to Little India, but we're almost there. Can you make a video about boating? Probably not. Thanks, Lucas. Jim, thank you. Don't ever feel any obligation to sign up to Patreon or send money, but of course it's appreciated. This is Greenwood, so I think we're almost in Little India. Tomorrow is garbage pickup day. How expensive are boats there? I don't know.
Cool video. Cool camera.
Yeah, I'm live streaming right now, actually. Thanks. I was not aware of that. Are we still looking Minecrafty, guys, or has it gotten better? Thanks, Jim. Here's the Ho Neum Temple. Hoa. It's 7:45 p.m. and we have entered the beginnings of Little India. Although this is probably the wrong side to enter it from. Thanks, guys, for confirming. As it's quite impressive as you get towards Coxwell. Looks like World of Warcraft now. You can walk to the beaches. I can, Chris, but I will lose connection for sure as I get south around Coxwell and Queen. I tried both my Telus and Freedom SIM cards last time I was down there, and my stream just died on both of them. Welcome to Little India, boys and girls. There's the Dubai meat shop. I can already see a lot more activity on the streets. Go pet a dog. still waiting to see a Indian establishment though. Looks like there's a lot of Middle Eastern. I think this area is really a big South Asian area as well. It's not just India. And there is the Lahore Tikka House. That's the restaurant I have been to a number of times in this area, and sadly I haven't been anywhere else. But I will vouch that it's delicious. I remember having some kind of chicken and rice. Oh, sorry to hear that, Mr. M. And right next to the Desi Burger is Burger House. Yeah, that's a good question. Does Desi Burger use beef? Maybe someone can answer that. I didn't see a menu that conclusively answered that question. You're welcome, Chris. Leela Indian Food Bar. Last summer I walked through here and John Tory was on a stage giving some kind of speech. It was during the South Asian Festival. Thank you. You're welcome, Spencer. I do like to shut up sometimes and just do a quiet video. Greetings, NRX. Famous Indian cuisine. Well, it looks like I have to cross the street. There's some interesting sidewalk activity going on. There's the Neelam. Please tell me what time it is. It is 7:51 p.m. Yep, we're window shopping for a sari. And this building over here is kind of tragic. That's one of those classic old cinemas, and it was actually the first Bollywood theater in Toronto. It operated that way for a year or two in the early 70s, and then it continued on as some other type of cinema. And eventually someone just completely defaced the building and turned it into that hideous apartment. If I seem salty, it's because I hate losing history of the city like that. Your comments, oh, I missed. I don't know, Transwave. I think of all the sort of ethnic enclaves in the city, this is easily one of the most underrated. All kinds of pots, so specific. Udipi. Someone is telling me to try this place out, pure Indian style, vegetarian cuisine. Spencer, I will do Yorkdale Mall at some point. I'm saving Yorkdale Square 1 and Scarborough Town Center for the winter. I think they'll be popular around Christmas, and that's also when we have bad weather, so an excuse to do some lazy indoor filming will be good. There's some Al Rent artwork. If you're familiar with Lee's Palace and his work on that, that's the artist who did that building over there. It's some classic Toronto street work right there, street art. Aaron, I don't know. I thought hummus was Middle Eastern. Carol, that's neat. And there's a really neat bar right around the corner. I'm gonna take a look and see if that's still there. This is Coxwell, and it doesn't seem to be open. Is it? This is a craft brew pub that it's called Godspeed. They have a Japanese finger food menu. Greetings, Transit. And now we are heading north up to Danforth. When I get there, I'll jump in the subway. be a Woolworths. Thanks for the clarification, Saida. Show some mosques. There is a mosque just to the northeast of here on Danforth Avenue. Yep, here's Gerrard Street ends here and it becomes Eastwood. But then it continues, as someone pointed out, a block ahead or a block to the north. I don't know why. I always wonder who goes to this Dollar Tree when there's an actual Dollarama right next to it. This place has bowling? I did not know they had bowling. No thrills. Alright guys, boredom alert. The next 7 or 8 minutes of this walk is going to be a little dry. Maybe even longer than that, as there's not a whole lot in between here and Danforth where I'm heading. I'm just walking north to go up to the subway. Ever watch bike blogger stuff? I haven't. See if we can see a streetcar running up north. Probably not, because I think this is where the 506 will turn right here, and then it'll head up to Main Station. There used to be a dive bar at that northeast corner there. That entire plaza's been blown up. I see your beautiful face. I don't know if it... This is... So using... There's the microphone. That's why my stupid shirt is hanging. Indeed, Wade. I haven't, Vera, besides the park coming up. Transit, this is east, not uptown. This would be east of downtown. Blowed up real good. If I'm not mistaken, at Coxwell and Danforth, there's a Subway sandwiches where I've been to many times after I've recorded walks. I know that's the kind of quality information you guys are hanging out to hear. You're welcome, Spencer. Have yourself a good night. Do you own a car? No, I don't. I used to. But I put it up on Lease Busters a long, long time ago, and I haven't owned one since. Thank you, Guya. Nivea, you can look up Al Runt. I don't know his actual name, but if you Google Al Runt Toronto, I'm sure that'll show you a bunch of his stuff. Saida, I'm heading to Danforth and I'm gonna duck into Coxwell Station. And then I will pick up some food on my way home. Maybe it'll be A&W, maybe it'll be Chipotle. Susan, haven't tried it. I've had the Beyond Meat at A&W. You need healthy food. You should see my smoothie. My smoothie is my healthy food for the day. I fill up a giant thing of frozen fruit and veggies, and then after I have that for the rest of the day, I can eat whatever I want. Please explain the center of the universe theory. Well, that's quite simple. Toronto is the center of the universe. If you ask anyone from outside of Toronto and Canada, that's what they'll tell you. Jim, I don't know. I'm feeling extra hungry tonight. And those big portions at Chipotle tends to satisfy it. What's up, Brad? You missed all the fun. We're just heading up Coxwell back to the station now. I believe these are the same rail tracks that we saw the GO train on when I climbed up those stairs at Gerrard. Troy, I don't think there is. They claim there is. Thanks, Nivea. All right, I'm at 39% video. We're still good. We're 39% battery. That's correct, Vera. You should go to Square Boys. What's Square Boys? Marcus. I missed, yesterday was Domino's Day. It was Monday, and it was a double NFL game, or a double header. I don't know why I didn't have Domino's last night. Popeyes, it's Tuesday. Yeah, it's what, the 2-piece for $3.49? Or maybe I'll spice it up and get a Burger's Priest. There's a new one of those at Yonge and Eglinton. I got that super chat money tonight, so we can splurge a bit. Square Boys is on Danforth. Brad, I'm kind of anxious to just get back to Yonge and Eglinton. But I will keep that in mind for next time. Am I planning to have dinner? I eat alone, Claudia. Abduli, there's less and less Nando's. A lot of them have been closing down, including the one that used to be just up ahead here. But there is one Chick-fil-A, maybe two, I think. Jeanette, thank you for the 5 American dollars. Those go a little bit longer than the Canadian ones. Much appreciated. Glad you enjoyed the walk. Jim H, the Nando's on Bay Street is still there, but the Queen Street West and Danforth Avenue locations have recently shuttered. Sure, Brad, I'll just go back and restream this whole walk. Popeyes is king in Canada. That's a good point, Vera. Ooh, I used to eat the crap out of Whopper Wednesday when I worked at First Canadian Place. There was one Burger King in the path. We don't have Shake Shack, Abduli. Sorry for taking you guys along this boring ass walk. On the east side of the city, none of the north to south routes, other than Broadview, are really interesting. On the west side of the city, you can find a north. Even then, there's less of the interesting north to south streets. Everything good seems to run east to west, unless you're in the downtown section. That's it, Susan. Suresh, exactly. I'll be doing commentary on my videos. I'm actually leaning towards dropping narration from the title of my videos and just narrating all of them. And the ones I don't do, I'll label as ASMR. And I won't even do a voiceover intro on those, because the word narrated takes up a whole lot of title space. Does Toronto have Wimpies? I just rode by a Wimpies in my video this morning when I rode from Scarborough to downtown. I was a bit surprised to see it. I wondered out loud if they still spit in your food. Is Toronto the safest? Toronto's pretty safe. All right, we are at... Let me just check my... All right, I accidentally turned off my streaming, my hotspotting phone. So now we're, thanks Brad, now we're using Freedom Mobile. So I want to get back on my other connection because this is my personal data we're chewing into right now. So I'm just waiting for that to pop back up. Let me... I'm just switching over my data again, guys. Sorry about that. Maybe we'll get a look at the Danforth. And here's the Subway sandwich I was talking about earlier. What are you tethering? I'm tethering from another phone. One phone has a TELUS SIM card in it, and my main phone has a Freedom SIM card. I accidentally turned off my tether phone for some reason. I don't know why I did that. Let me re-enable my hotspot. There we go. Hotspot enabled. Okay, I'm gonna switch back over to TELUS. Internet connection is unstable. Hopefully, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. I've started walking west again. Hello, Red Robin. So now, whoa, this guy should not be on the sidewalk. Look at that. Why are you on the sidewalk? I am back on Telus, guys. I'm just gonna walk over to the next subway station and then we'll call it a stream. Did you have unlimited data? Almost. I have 50 gigs on Telus, and then I have another 8, I think, on Freedom. Take his number plate. He's on a e-scooter. I don't know how I do that. Luca, greetings. Way down Gerrard Street from Yonge Street to Coxwell. Red Robin, I am not going to take us up the CN Tower. Sorry about that. Chris, that's quite a long time. 27 years you lived here. Abduli, I've been there many times. Luca, I wear a mask when I go indoors. Sorry guys, I had something to handle that popped up on my other phone. I missed some of your chats. Vic, I don't know. I don't think I can be bought that easily.
I was always averse to it.
No, it is not, Susan. That's very true. What's going to happen when your feet go on strike? I'm wearing alternate shoes tonight. Trying to keep the feet happy. These are not the usual New Balance. I don't think so, Luca. Susan, I would say they do quite a bit. KD, you made it for the swan song. Alright guys, I'm gonna call it a stream right here. Have you ever been to What a Bagel? No, I haven't. Mary, it's an hour and 53 minutes in. So yes, the live is over. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this stream that started way off at Yonge and Gerreard. Oh, don't be sorry, Katie. Thanks everyone for the super chats. If you haven't yet, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I just hit 16,000. The next big number is 20. So your subscriptions are very much appreciated. Thank you, Ronnie. Thank you, Abduli. Thank you, Susan, Gloria, Susie, Claudia, Aaron, Chris, Murdoch, Happy Chicks, and everyone else. You guys were awesome tonight. Very civil stream. There's one last look at my ugly face. You're welcome, Mark. Good night, everyone. I'll see you in the next one.